This video was made by the physiotherapists working in the Southern Health and Social Care Trust Pain Management Service. Due to the outbreak of COVID-19, our service has had to be temporarily stepped down. This was to allow our staff to be redeployed to other areas of the Trust under pressure during the COVID-19 pandemic. We are aware of the impact COVID-19 has had on our patients, and we are appreciative of the ongoing support they have given us as we continue to work in challenging times. Now, as we begin to move forward, we are met with additional challenges. Social distancing has meant a change in our normal working practice as we aim to provide a service for our patients while still maintaining safe working practices in line with the government recommendations. The many benefits of exercise to both our physical health and our mental well-being are well known, and it is important to try and remain as active as possible. Exercise not only keeps us strong and mobile, it also releases endorphins and other chemicals that impact our mood and can help improve sleep quality. In the current circumstances, there may be challenges in keeping active, as you may not have had access to your usual activities or facilities. Those of you who have had to cocoon or shield may not have been able to leave home to go for a walk, or may not have had access to your normal support network of family and friends. We would encourage you to try and keep active in whatever way is suitable to your needs and is achievable within our current restrictions. This may involve exercising in new ways indoors, perhaps with the use of online resources. However, it is important to remember that any form of physical activity counts, such as light gardening or any household tasks. We recommend you set yourself a daily goal. A goal is something you aim for that takes planning, but also requires you to take action. Setting goals can be an effective way of maintaining and improving activity levels. It also helps to build self-esteem and self-confidence, increase our sense of achievement, track progress over time, and improve health overall. Setting goals can be difficult. At times, we can set them too high, or we can make them very vague, which makes it hard to keep focused on. To help with this, it's useful to keep your goals SMART. Start with making your goals specific. Be clear in what it is you're going to do. Your goal should be measurable. That way you will know when you have achieved it. It should be something that is achievable, something you know you can do, rather than setting a goal that's too high. This only serves to demotivate us and can mean it takes longer time to recover from it. Your goal should be realistic. It should be something you are likely to do. For example, if the weather is bad, it may be more realistic to do some exercises at home rather than to go out walking. And lastly, your goal should be timed. Try to put a time limit on it, such as I will do it today, or I will walk twice this week. Here is an example of how to make a goal SMART. If my overall aim is that I would like to walk more, I must specify the activity, which is walking. It should be measurable, so perhaps I might say I will walk for 5 minutes. Achievable, I will do it in my garden as I can sit and rest if I need to. It should be realistic, so perhaps I have more energy in the morning, so it's maybe best to do it then. And timed, I will try it twice this week to begin with. We are now going to show you examples of some exercises that you might find useful. Please remember to wear comfortable clothing and suitable footwear. The only equipment you need for these exercises would be a chair and possibly a step. We recommend starting off with repeating each exercise for 5 repetitions, and then you can gradually increase as you feel able. You may wish to take a rest between each exercise, and that's fine. Just work at your own pace. For this exercise, focus on a relaxed breathing pattern. On your breath out, gently stretch towards the ground. This should not be painful, but you may feel a stretch. You do not have to reach the ground. Just go as far as you feel comfortable. Again, keeping your breathing relaxed, gently rotate round to one side. You may use your hands to help. Repeat to the other side. Start in a seated position. Simply stand up and return to sitting. You may use your hands if needed. This can also be done from a seated position, or you can have something beside you for support. You may wish to hold on to a handrail to help with balance for this exercise. We know the benefits that exercise can have for managing our physical health, but it also has an important role to play in the management of stress. Persistent pain is challenging at the best of times, and the current climate further adds to this. The impact of COVID-19 has meant that a lot of people are under a lot more stress than usual. This, along with potentially decreased activity levels, can further increase our pain. It's not a sign normally that a condition has gotten any worse, rather is more reflective of the environment we currently find ourselves in. And it is important in this time to pay attention not only to your physical health, but also your mental well-being. Ensure you take the time to do some regular relaxation. This can be in the form of listening to music or going for a walk, or it may be that you prefer to do a more formal meditative or mindfulness practice. Practicing mindfulness is a useful strategy to help manage stress and pain, as it takes the focus to the here and now rather than allowing the mind to race with worrying thoughts. When we are worried or anxious, we release chemicals such as cortisol and adrenaline. This increases our fight or flight response, and our brain can interpret this as us being under threat. Pain is one of the ways our nervous system alerts us to a threat, so it is natural that when our stress levels are increased, so too can our pain levels. Mindfulness can help to decrease the levels of stress chemicals released and increase chemicals such as serotonin that can help wind down the nervous system. Mindfulness can be done using apps such as the Headspace app or Calm app, or perhaps there may be a YouTube video that you might find useful. However, you do not need to have any apps or technology to do mindfulness. You can use techniques such as the 5-4-3-2-1 technique, where just sitting as you are, take notice of 5 things around you that you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. It is useful to remind ourselves of the Health and Social Care's Take 5 Steps to Wellbeing message. With the restrictions in place recently, it may not have been possible to meet with friends and family in the same way, which not only impacts the practical support others provide in daily life, but can also lead to some people feeling socially isolated. Having a support network is important in managing pain, so please stay connected to loved ones via phone or video chat. However, if you feel you are struggling with your mental health at this time, please do not hesitate to seek help. Either speak to your GP or other health professional, or alternatively you can contact some of the organisations listed above. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and we hope that you found it useful. The past few weeks have been challenging for everybody, particularly those with a health condition. We remind you to keep moving as best you can and to be compassionate towards yourself. We also encourage you to continue to follow the government guidelines and stay safe.